Good morning, mi gente. It's 9 a.m. I know, gay people and an LGBTQ plus Kiki at 9 in the freaking morning? Well, that's why I'm still in bed. Me? I'm FayWhat! And this program was created by Hotspots Happening Out. The FayWhat show is America's first LGBTQ plus morning show, and I'm broadcasting live and also available on demand. In 2025, our Hotspots magazine celebrates 40 years of documenting the LGBTQ plus experience. It is the largest publication of its kind in Florida and one of the oldest in America. Happening Out Television Network's Queer News Tonight is celebrating 5 years with 10,000 television stories and more than 10 million views in 2024. Hotspots Happening Out will be producing some of the most incredible LGBTQ plus events. First, the 25th anniversary of the Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival is coming up on Saturday, June 14th, with a gigantic night glow parade on the famous Wilton Drive that I will be announcing alongside Eric Restivo and the incredible Bonnie Builder. Next, the summer's Red Hot Pride Fest on August 9th, woohoo, and Pride Fort Lauderdale in February 2026. In the same model of PBS and NPR, we are a nonprofit 501c3 organization whose mission is to educate and serve the LGBTQ plus community. It is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025. We have lots of fun things to talk about, so come on, let's go.
Rainbows, gay boys, hashtag that girl, sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl, the girl of all I dream? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, hashtag that girl, pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too. If you find a girl to love, only one girl to love, then she'll be that girl too. That girl.
It's time to kiki about what's going on in the LGBTQ plus community. I have a sidekick joining me in bed for our segment called Gay Boys Sleep Late. And this morning, I'm joined by my gay guy pal, Jamaal Starks. He's a model, spiritualist, wellness counselor, part of Queer Yoga Club Miami, and HIV activist with Impulse Group, and also sits on the Men of Color Advisory Board for Viv Healthcare. Let's not forget that he walks as Sex Siren in the House of Gorgeous Gucci. You can find them on Instagram at porcelain, PORC3LAIN. Good morning, Jamaal. Welcome back to my bed, boo.
Hey, boo.
I miss you.
It's been so long.
Oh my God. Like, I've been on vacation. You've been busy. You've been out of the state. You've been running all over the place with Viv. Like, How are you? Happy Pride Month.
Happy Pride.
Oh my God.
It's good that we're reconnecting on Pride, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it makes me miss you more, like to not see you. But it's weird not to see you.
It
because
is.
like we're used to seeing each other at least twice a month, you know, and like that was just weird.
But life has just been
Lifing.
It's been quite chaotic.
Yes. So can I be the first to congratulate you and your whole entire team and Jasmine and everybody for Back to Black.
Back to Black.
Back to Black!
Oh my God. So I must say her name again, Jasmine Rogers. She organized, this is a spark idea, her, Marley, Sandy Ann, Terry Dyer, Adriana, me, Rico Milan, Ashley.
Yes.
It's just so many names down the list that made this come together.
Yes.
And Party Carlos, my VP.
Oh, I love Party Carlos.
It was just
magical.
It was magical.
It looked magical.
It looked like it was amazing.
Incredible.
I felt so alive.
Wow.
I felt so alive, even though I was busy running around the whole damn venue.
So Back to Black was on Friday. It was at the Manor. It was at World Famous Manor on Wilton Drive. And like I was seeing everybody's videos. There had to be like 1,000 people in there. Like I had never seen that place so stacked.
Yeah.
Right? And the melanin was flowing. And I was like, yes, baby. Yes. That was what I was living for, you know? The outfits, like everybody was just having such a great time.
Yeah, it was good vibes. I don't think there was any fights or tension. There was no fights or tension. The ballroom segment went amazing. They put on a show. Everybody got to see it. After that, I brought down one of my good friends, Adonis, to do a pole performance, fine ass, and everybody was breathtaking. And then the dancers had great energy and were gorgeous. It was It was an amazing night.
Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of all of you, and congratulations to all of you. Like, when you at the end of the night, right? When you're like, you look at it, or maybe like during the night, right? When you look around, right? It was during, right?
It was during
when you looked around and you felt that energy, and you're sweaty, but you feel amazing. Did you stop and just take it all in? Like, thank you, universe.
I tried, but there was so many things.
I'm asking a spiritualist this. You know what I mean? Like,
there was so many things going on, especially having to coordinate because I was me and JB Men. We were manning the dancers, making sure they were good. And
oiling them up. No?
Yeah, well, actually, yes, my own girl, Unique. I did oil her down because I had my oils and everything. And so I was trying to catch a moment, but there wasn't really a moment, but there was a moment where I was sifting through the crowd, trying to get to the stage, to get on stage, to cut around, to get the pole. And I looked over the crowd and I was like, damn, yes. Like, I was just like, yes.
That moment is what I'm talking about. That's the moment. That's the sweet spot. You know what I mean? And I hope that Jasmine and Terry and Adrienne, I hope that everybody else got a moment to do just that.
Yeah, to just
you know what I mean? Because that right there emphasizes all the work, that you put into, all the energy, all the blood, sweat, and tears, where you're like, bottle that shit up for the next time you put something together, right? To remind you of how good it could all go.
Yeah.
Like for a lot of us, we'll put these events together and we won't have people cooperating, or there'll be things that are going wrong, or the venue, or people aren't organized. When everything comes together so beautifully, it's like, I want to bottle this and have this happen again.
Yes. I want to take this little magic, stick it there, and just every event, you just want to sprinkle it on that event and just be like, there we go.
Well, I don't think this is going to be the last you hear. Back to Black, when you hear that name for a party, remember what we talked about and make sure that you go on out, okay? Because I'm hoping and praying that they do it again, right? Little rumors are flying around. Who knows, right? I want to go. You guys got to go. And you got to go check out all the videos on social media. Go to Jamaal's page. Go to Jasmine's page. Amazing, amazing videos of the night.
We'll be uploading the content in Post Group. My marketing guy is working on all the content and working on some reels and some good shots.
Okay, good. Follow Impulse Group.
So follow Impulse Group Miami, and then of course I'll be trying to get some on my page and collaborating, and we'll be collaborating with Back to Black as well. So you guys can get all the footage for the next go round.
Right.
Also, we have Juneteenth coming up on the 19th with LaTanya and the Legacy Builders.
Yes.
So that is said, bottle that little energy up, and we'll be at the Hollywood Arts Theater right off of US 1.
Oh, I love that venue. I love that. Moving on up. I love that. All right, make sure you follow Porcelain. Make sure you follow Jamaal for all that information, all right? And Back to Black is going to be where it's at next time, so make sure you catch that. We'll be right back. Let's Kiki on this interesting story. So Gracie McGraw, the powerhouse daughter of country music royalty Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, is not here for your Pride Month side eyes. Some folks tried it, claiming Gracie only came out as queer for Pride clout. But baby, she's been out as bisexual and proud for a minute. Gracie took to Instagram to shut it all the way down, reminding the internet that her identity isn't seasonal and definitely not up for debate. We love a loud and proud clap back, baby. Tim McGraw's daughter, proudly bi, not just for June, baby. What are we all talking about? It can't be easy to be the son or daughter or the kid of like country
Tim McGraw
music
and Faith Hill. They're like
iconic. They are
God and
goddesses.
Yeah.
But when you think of country music, you know what you think of.
Heterosexual white people.
That. You know what I mean? Like whenever, like, I think there's like a couple of country songs in my thingy, right? And so they'll pop up when I have the playlist on, right? And my wife will like, can you take that shit off? Right? Like literally, because again, it's a bad connotation, right? And not every person who listens to country music hates us, okay? Right. It's not like that either.
Right.
But we all know who are the most people who listen to that music. So that's a big reason for the clapback, you know?
And I like that she came out during Pride Month. It highlights and gives us extra light and a bold statement that, even celebrities' children, even, anybody is.
Anybody.
Anybody.
And I'm one of those people that, again, you can get mad if you want, but I am constantly wishing gay kids to straight mean people. Right? And I don't want someone to grow up with that misinformation or that abuse or that distancy between them and their parents like I had. It sucks. But you do teach some people. Yeah. And some people come out the other end in such a beautiful way that you're like, and they become pillars and they become activists for them and they start like doing the damn thing.
I know a lot of people who actually became activists because of their children being gay, or trans or bi or whatever the letters of the spectrum are. But I know a lot of people who are like, my mom was nasty, she was mean, she was and then I came out and she opened up and softened and was like, well, I guess,
Yeah, I'm going to have to learn about
I guess God threw me a loop, you know?
I love my kid more than I love not learning something new, you know? And then there's other people that go completely the opposite way, you know what I mean? Like, it can't be easy to be the kid of superstars like this, you know? So I think it's wonderful that during Pride Month you come out. This is when people that are in the closet, and a lot more people are in the closet now than you think because of the current administration, but they get to see this and go, okay, maybe I can come out next year.
Does she sing?
You know, I don't know, but she should with both those parents. You know what I mean?
Everybody doesn't inherit the voice.
No, at all. I don't want to talk about it because my dad was a singer. My dad would national anthems in Colombia. They would have him up and sing and everything. And I think that's where I got my want to be on stage.
Your performance.
Okay, but imagine being a kid going, I want to be on stage, but I can't sing, I can't dance. Like, so what exactly is your big ass doing up there? You know what I mean? Like, but who knew, you know? So it doesn't always
translate
it doesn't always translate, you know?
Yeah.
And I also like that she came out as bi, okay? I think that the bi community is the most misunderstood. Maybe not the most misunderstood. Asexual folks are also misunderstood as well. But like, you know, because so many people take bi as like the shallow end of the pool.
Yeah, you have to take a stand. Well, I think a lot of people in their heads are like, you have to take a stand somewhere. Yeah. And I think it's because of the intimacy portion. Like, when you get intimate with someone, you're like, damn, like, are you going to leave me?
Yeah.
You know, people, that insecurity, not understanding the whole aspect that bi just means, well, I'm sexually attracted to you and I'm here with you. Exactly. And so I'm choosing you.
Exactly.
I'm actively choosing you at this point.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people just have that conflicted and mixed up because I think that's an insecure issue.
I think it is an insecure issue because if they're with you, they're with you. Yeah. I mean, but we're all insecure. We're more, you know, in a marginalized community, it really comes with insecurities.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It comes with a lot of insecurities.
Unfortunately, right? But you can be bi. I mean, look at Pan, right? You could be Pan and love who you love. You know what I mean?
So, Faye, have you always identified as completely lesbian, or have you been on the bi spectrum?
Well, so that's my problem. Not my problem. It's hard to explain to people. You know, I'm in love with my wife. My wife. That's a good sex, baby. You know what I mean?
Because of the intimacy.
Because of the intimacy, but it's because it's her. I dated and I slept with men and I was sexually fine and I had a great time, right? Yeah. Heart to heart, I fell in love with my wife, right? Once everybody needed, but in our community, we got to put everybody in a box, right? So it was just like, okay, you're the L, that's it. You know, now at this point, it's like, how am I going to explain to you viewers? Like, yeah, I dated men. Yeah, I had intimacy, relationships with men. Yeah, I've been engaged to a man even. Right. You know, just the evolution of how things worked out. Right. I fell for a woman and this is where I'm at. And I kind of think that we're all a little bit on the spectrum. You know, you love a woman, but you don't want to eat her. You know what I mean?
But I have.
But you have. You know what I'm saying? And by what I meant you, I didn't mean you.
No,
you know
I get it. But in the same retrospect, I am literally the classically defined gay man. But have I dibbled and dabbled with, with vagina and the vulva? Yeah. But does that make me
less gay? No.
Less gay? Yeah, no.
It doesn't. And
sexuality is on a spectrum.
Exactly. But we feel that we have to be in that box and we have to represent that box. And if someone sees us outside that box, you know what I mean? Where it's like, if I say a guy is good looking, there's always somebody there to say, but you don't know what to do with that. And you don't want to sleep with him. And instead of explaining...
Right.
I let the joke go. I let the joke go. You know what I mean? I have done some great things with a penis. And if my wife died tomorrow, there might be a big chance that there would be another penis in my bed, you know? I miss Jamaal so much. This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to The FayWhat Show. Let's Kiki on this interesting story. Homophobia during Pride Month? No, not on Nick Offerman's watch, baby. When Michael Flynn Jr. tried to drag Pride by sharing a doctored Parks and Recreation GIF showing Ron Swanson tossing a Pride flag, Offerman clapped back hard, saying, quote, "Ron was the best man at a gay wedding, you dumb fuck," end quote. Offerman, a fierce ally who played gay in The Last of Us, wasn't having the hate. Fans rallied and Offerman's tweet went viral. Nick Offerman tosses homophobia in the trash. What are we all talking about? So I never saw Parks and Recreation. Too white of a show for me. It is what it is. My wife loves it. She'd be laughing in the other room and I'd be like,
it's a lot of dry humor.
You know, but I didn't like The Office either, and I know that that was very popular. You know what I mean? But then when Offerman was in The Last of Us, you guys know I love Pedro Pascal. You know I love Pedro Pascal. So I watched the show for Pedro Pascal, and when they killed him off, yes, I ruined it for you. You didn't see it, okay? They killed him off.
Y'all should have seen it by now.
Well,
we've already passed the season finale, which I didn't get to the season finale.
That part, okay? But they killed him off, so I stopped watching.
I mean, he was supposed to die, though.
Yes, and that's what everybody says to me. Everybody's like, hello, the video game. It's in the video game. I was busy having sex when that video game came out, all right? So I don't know what happened in that video game. But when I saw Offerman in the show, it was the best episode. Like, if you haven't seen it, it's the one gay episode in The Last of Us. And if you Google the gay episode of The Last of Us, it will pop up.
Yeah.
You know, and his role was incredible.
What was that, the season finale of last season?
Or like the next to last or something. But it was like, but he got nominated for awards for that episode. Like, it was so amazing. So you see this white guy with his dry humor, with this mustache, and just looking like a guy that would spend a lot of time at Walmart. And for whatever reason, he's a huge ally of our community. And he don't take no shit. You know, he doesn't have to take the time to go reply to this idiot on social media, but he does take the time to do that, you know, to explain like, you're not going to use me as a gift towards hate for Pride Month.
Right.
You know,
I think that it's amazing for people who have a platform and who have a light and who are influencers or celebrities to voice their opinion. Because, I mean, any Joe Schmo can be like, but it takes another level. Like we were just talking about Faith Hill and Tim McGraw's daughter. Mm-hmm. You know, it shines a light on the ignorance that anybody can be an ally. Like, some people aren't on your side. Even your favorite celebrities aren't on your side. Yeah. You know, even some people you look up to actually have a form of humanity about them. I think it's very important for it to be the Oprahs and the people on the radio station. I think because they have platform and voices that really just reaches people. Yeah. And makes them see things in a whole different light. Yeah. Yeah. But it puts things in perspective. It reminds us that we are the minor of the percentage, you understand, of people. It reminds us, like, you know, okay, you know, all people don't appreciate us. All people don't want to be, and unfortunately, we're marginalized enough that we expect you not to like us first. Yeah, that is true. You know what I mean? That is true. And then we get all happy when you do a social media post because it's like, you do like us. You rock with us. You know, and that's a little sad. No, that's very sad. That's very fucking sad. That's not even, that's like a sad thought. Right, but it's the truth. Like, we get excited. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, J-Lo has like a gay kid. But like, you know, when you see straight people headline World Pride, you're like, all right. Okay. You know what I mean? You're with us. You know, you expect Troye Sivan to be there. You know what I mean? You expect Cynthia Erivo to be there because they're queer. Because they're queer. But when they're straight, it really shines a different light. I've just been really like, before I even came to get in bed, you know, I was thinking about this all weekend. I was like, why are we back in the light again with people, like, on people's forefront of their minds in your everyday life with what you dislike, what you're disgusted with, what you don't like about life. How did we get here again? Like, I'm just like, how did we get back here again? How did we just land in this space again?
I know.
I know.
It's scary.
It always just is like, I don't get it.
Unfortunately, because the person who is president right now, you know what I mean? That kind of trickles down and gives everybody the okay, you know, like, and it's not okay.
But media has been full of gays.
Yes.
Not only media, celebrity has been full of gays. In the past 15 years, we have really jumped the bandwagon from what it was before 2010. We remember what it was before 2010. It was just we have jumped the bandwagon from 2010 to 2020. We have really jumped leaps and bounds. There's no room for ignorance. Like, everybody knows a gay person.
Yep.
Everybody has touched a gay person.
Yeah. It's not just my hairdresser's gay like it used to be before 2010. You know what I mean?
You've seen footballers, you've seen soccer players, athletes, you've seen Olympics was what, queer as fuck.
Yep.
Your
politicians,
your grocery store person, your UPS driver, understanding that we are a part of society. We are like any normal human being. Media, it doesn't matter. And we're back in this position where everybody's like, oh, because you need something. You need something to scapegoat.
Yeah.
You need something to
be F about.
Yeah,
that's
because
it.
your life has to be that miserable.
Yeah.
It just has to be that miserable, that dark, that, like, you have to be trying to lift yourself up by
pushing others down. Yeah, and by looking down on other people.
Just for no reason at all.
For no reason at all.
It's just weird to me. It's just some weird energy shit. Like, that's what I've been like. Like, y'all some real weird energy shit.
Well, and I mean, you're a spiritualist. I can imagine your energy shit is probably like, you know, like, do you ever watch the news? Are you allowed to? Oh, okay. I can't imagine how I know Jamaal. I can't imagine Jamaal like sitting and watching CNN and Trump saying all this shit and him being okay with it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I can't imagine you standing up and walking away and helping somebody after that. You know what I mean? Like,
so number one, I don't watch the news, but I am tapped in. So I'm tapped into knowing what's going on, because you have to be tapped into knowing what's going on.
Especially now, yeah.
But I don't actively, like, just like I've said this before, I don't actively watch trauma porn. Like, if the film is full of trauma, I'm like, I don't need that. I don't need that. And I actively don't watch CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. It doesn't matter what it is. WSVN 7, WPLG. It doesn't matter what it is.
It puts you in a way.
It makes me, you know, I think that media forms their own opinions through their own perspective and lens. And I believe there's so many stories out here. So there's 350 fucking million people in America. And we tend to concentrate on just the most, like, it's like ambulance chasing to me. It's like, did you hear on this corner? Like, South Florida is wide. Yeah. And our media news covers a very wide range. But they tend to always, somebody got stabbed on Northwest 6th Avenue and 71st Street. There's never any coverage of community events. Like, there's always something good going on in the community. Yeah. There's never any push for, the Camilla's house gave out X amount of number of thousands of things to homeless people. And at this moment, these homeless people unhoused people need extra funding, so come help fund the Camilla's house. Yeah. That does not come across the news. No. Every time we're talking about the news, we're talking about something that comes out of Orange Man's mouth. Yep. The little petty feud between Elon Musk now and Orange Man. Yeah. How horrible grocery prices are, you know.
Everything is negative.
Everything is negative.
But Jay, nobody wants to see good news. I don't remember, I think it was like 10 years ago, some news channel decided to only play good news. And like, it got no ratings, nobody wanted to watch it, and that was that. You know, I live in North Miami on the line of Miami Gardens, right? And so I love Miami Gardens. Miami Gardens is beautiful. There's everything to eat. There's a culture of every kind of people. That's where I want to live in. I want to live in a melting pot, right? But every time my city's on the news is someone got shot. Yeah. Every time I'll be like, next, coming from Miami Gardens. I'm like, let me guess, someone got shot? Stabbing here, but you know what I mean? It's like you never give me something positive about the city I live in. You know what I mean?
And we have positive things happening all the time in each of the places that we live in. You know, we have things. But if I were to look at Channel 7 or Channel 10 or whatever the channel was, I would just believe the world was fucking nuts. I
wouldn't leave the house. I wouldn't be afraid to leave the house if I watched the news.
I would be terrified. So I choose not to. I choose to stay, you know, tapped into what's going on, listen to what's going on, but also let my actual grounded reality inform me. When I walk out my door, my street is lovely. My neighbors are lovely. They're lovely people. It's great living in my neighborhood. I live in Miramar, almost the same as like Miami Gardens in North Miami. It's a melting pot. There's a lot of good food, a lot of good people. I let that inform me, you know, as I move about my day to day. And I also try not to let that thought that people hate me immediately, you know,
and walk out with
that.
Yes, what a great point. I mean, how do you live life if you're thinking that everybody's against you? You know, I mean,
that's what spins you into paranoia.
Well, and after January, when Mr. Cheeto Head took office, I told you I was afraid to be in straight spaces.
Yeah.
You know, now imagine also thinking everybody's against me and everybody hates me and everybody hates everyone I love.
It puts you in such a defensive mode all the time. Yeah. And that's anger. And so we can be angry.
Where do you carry anger on your body?
Oh, here.
Okay.
Right here. Right here. And I know I do. So at times I have to say, Jamaal, drop your shoulders.
Okay, well, drop the anger, all right? Well, this is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to The FayWhat Show. Let's Kiki on this interesting story. From Gillian Anderson's power suits to Cate Blanchett's everything, the sapphics, the lesbians are thirsting, and we get it. So Pink News asked readers to spill on their celeb crushes, and their lesbian thirst is damn strong, right? Kelly Clarkson has our hearts for the 1986 single Your Love, while Sigourney Weaver is a sci-fi royalty with queer mom energy. Gillian Anderson is hotter with every decade, and Chappell Rowan is basically Gen Z's queer awakening in glitter. From Billie Eilish's Mystery to Jamie Lee Curtis being the ally, it's a buffet of beauty. And how can we lesbians forget Pink, who I love, 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 okay? And I had to add, the most beautiful woman in 2025, in my eyes, is Dolce. She is just like, she's giving me just love, life, queer vibes, and everything. So tonight, when I go to sleep, I'm going to be thinking about Gillian Anderson, Pink, and Dolce. What are all we talking about? So are there any lesbians that come across your feed that you crush on? Well, I know you love Dolce too.
I love Dolce. I love Dolce. Like, that is like, I love Dolce. And my Gen Z cousin, shout out to Honey, turned me on to Dolce like before she even got popping. She was like, you don't know who Dolce is? You always into underground music. And I was like, no, I don't know who Dolce is. And she played, I was like, who is this girl? And as she's been, you know, growing, I've been like, yes.
Well, so Jamaal, like, he's my spiritualist also. If you need him to read for you, he can do so many wonderful things. Look him up and book yourself an appointment, all right? So we do it at least twice a year. And we do it at my house, and it's our time together, and it's a whole big production, right? And so this last time, he, like, played, like, a snippet of, like, an inspirational verbiage. It was how could I not? And so he played this thing for me, and I just kept on taking it as an inspirational voice, right? Because it was a beautiful woman speaking words that were powerful, reminding us to be who we are, reminding us that outside forces do not delegate what goes on in here, saying that the right job is out there for you. There's enough money out there. The love of your life is out. I mean, everything that she was saying was I'm getting chills, was on point and what I needed to hear for the beginning of the year, right? And then I started looking this girl up, and I'm like, wait a minute, she's not a professional speaker.
No, it's Dolce.
I thought she was like a Tony Robbins and shit. You know what I mean?
It's Dolce.
And from there, I started seeing more of what she was doing. And then all of a sudden, you know, like when you start liking somebody, then it comes across your feed all the time, right? Then I started listening to her music, and then I saw her here, and then I was like, God, this woman is everything.
Yeah.
You know?
But she's only like 24 or 25. Yeah.
You imagine her just in 5 years?
Oh,
You know?
I'm here for watching her trajectory. It's like watching Beyonce's trajectory. It's like, oh, here's another.
Look at Dolce, right? Look at Chapel Rowan.
Chapel
You know what I
Rowan,
mean? Like these are people, these are women that are
And they're
doing something
queer.
different. You know what I
And
mean?
they're outright
And they're queer, but they're different. You know what I mean? Chapel Rowan's a drag queen.
Yeah.
You can't tell me no different. You can't tell her no different. And that's how she shows up.
Yeah.
You know?
And they love
And they love it.
They love it.
You know, Dolce represents so many different things across the board. Black, queer, beauty. You know, it's like inspirational. You know, even Billie Eilish, who I hate how she dresses. I can't stand how she dresses. Every time she accepts an award and some big ass thing, I'm like, why? You know why? But she's different, and and it's energy provoking, and it moves you, and you can't stop listening. And those are the girls that I want to crush on.
Yeah. My other one is Tiana Taylor.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah.
It's like there's more soul to these girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're giving us, they're performing us, we're eating, we're enjoying it all, but like we don't know them, but we feel like they're feeding us too. Like I can't explain it.
And it's an inexplainable. I don't think we have the language for it.
And maybe that's it, and that's okay.
So you put a few older, more mature girls up there.
Yes, because I was thinking of like when I was growing up, you know, and X-Files and what people thought about, you know, like it just like there's a little butchiness kind of mask, kind of I'm in control kind of thing that these women exuded.
Yeah.
That I find sexy.
Very sexy. Yeah.
You know, like they can run for office, but they could also whip me. You know what I mean? Like,
I like that.
You know, but you understand. Like, they could lift me up, but also, like, you know.
Like a Jodie Foster?
Yeah.
You put Sigourney Weaver in there.
Weaver, too. I mean, I just remember being that kid. And, like, even when, like, the alien was coming out of her stomach, I thought she was really hot.
But she was really hot then.
She was.
She was really hot. She had the perky titties and the flat abs. I do remember, what's the movie with her and Arnold Schwarzenegger? And she did the sexy striptease.
Oh my God. Ooh, that's an old one, but I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
God, yeah. I do remember watching that. Oh, that was Jamie Lee Curtis. But you put Jamie Lee Curtis up there.
Yeah, I did. I did put Jamie Lee Curtis up there. And listen, and Jamie Lee Curtis, thank you, production. And Jamie Lee Curtis, you know, has a trans daughter.
Yes.
But she's been an ally before that. I mean, and she was, you know, what's the Killing movies? That she's a part of that franchise, you know, and you know, she's been gorgeous since back then. You know, and again, her fighting someone who was killing everyone was sexy. You know, you know? But you mentioned Arnold Schwarzenegger. Even what was it that he was the AI, that he was the robot?
Oh,
I'll be back.
Not Terminator.
Terminator. Who was the chick in Terminator?
Who's
the chick in Terminator? Oh my God! You know who I'm talking about. I can't remember. Anyway, older white woman too.
We don't have side piece.
I know.
We need side piece.
The older white lady that now is like. I mean, but my point is that those stronger roles as a queer kid growing up, you have your crushes. You know what I mean? Like everybody around you is not out, especially during the time I grew up. You know, so your crushes were in silence and they were with the TV.
So how did it feel as a girl growing up? Crushing on women when who was it? What's her name? With her own show was the first one to really come out on TV.
Ellen.
Before Ellen.
Rosie.
Oh shit! I forgot about those two. Murphy Brown.
I liked her too.
Yeah.
I liked her too. Again, something about that strong kind of like. You know, again, when you're a kid, the stereotypes go down to you too, right? And me having a mom saying, you don't want to be gay, you don't want to be like her, you don't want to be like him.
Oh, wow.
You know, so I'm having those kind of things put into my brain. And then I'm watching TV and I'm seeing a strong woman that like delegates attention, that runs the whole office like Murphy Brown. And I, you know, and I'm like, that's sexy, that's hot.
Yeah.
I want that. I don't know exactly to do what. But I know I want to be naked with that. Weird, right? I mean, and that's why it's like people think we choose this.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm in a Colombian household where no one is supporting my gayness.
Right.
You know? And like, still gay.
It has to be so. It's just such an internal conversation with yourself. Like, I don't know, at a young age.
And you've got to be strong enough to tell that young you, this is okay.
I used to say it was okay. I don't even know how I remember I justified it. I used to just be like, when I become an adult, I'm gonna do what I want and do it anyway. Like that was my mindset.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I become an adult, I'm gonna do it anyway. Because it's just gonna it's just gonna have to happen. It's gonna. I used to see those men on TV and just be like, yeah, it has to happen. It like, I don't know when, where, how, but it has to happen. Do you see the thighs on that man?
Oh.
Do you see his backside? Like, that was.
Oh my
do you
God.
see his
But do
body?
you know that me telling you this, okay, that is a gift from your ancestors. I will tell you that. Okay? Because most kids don't have that insight. Or they feel, oh my God, I'm feeling this. I'm disgusting.
So you have to push it down.
So to have that, go, oh, don't worry. It's just a couple of years. I'll get there.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
beautiful.
I used to just be like 18. 18 is the magic number. 18 is the magic number. That's why I never thought I was a child. I literally thought, as a child, I would just be like, childish things just did not. I would be like, I want to be grown. And I know I'm going to be grown because I'm already grown. I'm already making like grown decisions because I know. I just knew. I just knew.
You just knew. So if you just know out there, you're not alone, baby. All right. And those are your ancestors too, just to let you know. This is an important conversation for our LGBTQ plus community. Help us tell these important stories by liking and subscribing to the FayWhat Show. Next, I want to get our week started off right by telling you some things that are really important to me. It's FayWhat's on my mind. What a mother effing weekend I had last weekend, all right? 2 weekends ago. I just got back from One Magical Weekend in Orlando, and baby, the name says it all. This was a celebration of queer joy, unity, and pure, unapologetic fun from start to finish. Thousands of LGBTQ plus folks from all over the world came together at Walt Disney World Resorts and Typhoon Lagoon for a series of events that were just magical. We're talking nonstop pool parties, late night dance floors, drag queens, circuit DJs, a lot of bears, and glitter in places I didn't even know glitter could go, all right? One of my favorite moments is sharing a stage and a dance floor with international DJ Liza Rodriguez from Brazil, who, by the way, was 9 months pregnant and still turning it out like the goddess she is. That video we posted had got over 4,000 views and counting. But beyond the music and the bodies, there's something deeper that makes OMW special. The sense of community. We were surrounded by love, affirmations, and chosen family. It's what pride is all about. I've got to give a massive shout out to Ethan Suarez and Eric M. Suarez, the incredible couple behind Pineapple Healthcare, who are now the proud owners of One Magical Weekend, and Bear Jamboree. They've taken the torch from the original founders, Tom Christ and Billy Looper, and they are carrying this tradition forward with passion, purpose, and power. If you've never experienced OMW, honey, fix that, because there's nothing like dancing your heart out with your tribe under the Florida sun and knowing you are exactly where you belong. So from the bottom of my glitter-filled heart, thank you to One Magical Weekend. I'll see you in 2026, but not before we hit Stonewall Pride Parade, Flock Fest, and everything else that this hot gay summer has to offer. What a great kickoff to Pride. I'm FayWhat, and baby, I live for this. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this. FayWhat's on my mind, and support our LGBTQ plus community. Let me remind you that the Hotspot's Happening Out nonprofit travel club is planning an amazing Florida AIDS Walk cruise on November 2nd from Miami. The 3-day cruise is on a gigantic 170,000-ton MSC Seascape and starts at just $199. Already nearly 100 people are going. It supports some of the most important LGBTQ plus nonprofits in South Florida. Special parties, events, and even a 3-day open bar and Wi-Fi package are available for just $68. And that's unlimited cocktails, beer, wine, sodas, coffee, bottled water, and Wi-Fi for $68 for all 3 days. This is the only cruise like it in 2025. Join us at Hotspot's Happening Out to support our mission for the LGBTQ plus community.
Welcome to the newest trip from the nonprofit travel club, Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise, aboard MSC Seascape, departing November 2nd, 2025. Celebrate pride and unity on this one-of-a-kind 3-day cruise aboard the luxurious MSC Seascape, all starting from just $199. Your journey begins in Miami as you board the stunning MSC Seascape, a $1 billion, 170,000-ton masterpiece of Italian design, offering incredible amenities, exclusive events, and a vibrant community of travelers united by a great cause. The MSC Seascape is a 5-star state-of-the-art new ship. This 170,000 giant ship boasts unique features like the glass-floored Bridge of Sighs, panoramic elevators, and a replica of the Statue of Liberty. The onboard design pays tribute to New York City, featuring Times Square-inspired spaces and a breathtaking LED wall. You will want to sail in the world's best cabin category called MSC Yacht Club. This luxury cruise within a cruise is a private 3-deck top of the ship private club. The Yacht Club includes private reception 24 hours a day, a gourmet private restaurant, a luxury lounge with open bar and food 24 hours a day. Available to just 200 guests. Your yacht club has a private sun deck and private pool. There are so many other features that makes this a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The nonprofit travel club is unique in that we are not a travel agency. We are a nonprofit 501c3 company that uses educational travel to raise funds for the community. With us, you travel for good. And that is what you do on this cruise as you support the Florida AIDS Walk and the beneficiaries that provide support to our community. Our trips are special because they include so much. Onboard activities and exclusive parties at Ocean Cay are all part of your travel package. Not just that, this Pride Cruise also offers you unlimited open bar package with cocktails, beer, wine, sodas, coffees, and bottled water, along with Wi-Fi aboard the ship and on Ocean Cay for just $68. Plus, you get access to over a dozen bars and exclusive beach events. Your open bar package is unique in that it is valid on ship and all day and evening at bars on the private island. Your wonderful Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise begins on day 1 as you board MSC Seascape as early as 11 a.m. You enjoy an exclusive open bar cocktail party with Florida AIDS Walk reunion guests. Tonight, you have an exclusive invitation to the Travel Club dance party. There are shows and great dining choices awaiting you. On day 2, you visit what Condé Nast readers say is the world's best cruise line private island. $1 billion was spent to create this magnificent marine reserve. Ocean Cay features incredible beaches and lagoons. When you participate in our exclusive $68 open bar and Wi-Fi package, all services will be available to you at more than a dozen island bars. You will enjoy lunch at the main Ocean Cay Pavilion and more than a dozen food trucks that provide unique food opportunities. Plus, the Florida AIDS Walk Cruise will have several events today. This morning, you will participate in our pavilion and beach party called Seize the Day. It will be the only daytime beach party with a DJ and great beach dance music. Tonight, you are invited to Roar on the Show, where you have bonfires, a DJ, an open bar, and a thrilling rainbow light show at the Ocean Cay Lighthouse. Your day will be one of the best tropical experiences of your life. Tonight, once you are back on the ship, you participate in our exclusive invitation to the Travel Club's dance party. Your amazing cruise to celebrate the Florida AIDS Pride Cruise comes to an end on day 3. Enjoy a farewell breakfast and you can get off the ship as early as 7:30 a.m. By being on this trip, you have not only had fun, but also have helped so many Florida AIDS Walk beneficiaries. Secure your spot with just a $99 deposit for the interior, ocean view, balcony, and suites, or pay just $299 for the exclusive Yacht Club category. Flexible interest-free payment plans are available for just $49 per month. Protect your trip with travel insurance starting at $36, or choose cancel for any reason coverage starting at just $67. Book now at the Travel Club website and be part of this unforgettable journey. Celebrate pride, luxury, and making a difference. Don't miss this one-time only cruise in 2025.
So that's it. That's the FayWhat show. I hope that you had fun. Thank you so much to Jamaal L. Starks for joining me in bed. I love you, boo. Thank you for being back. You can't stay gone that long. So you're back with me again next week.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I just keep you in bed till then?
Sure.
We will see Jamaal next week for sure. So, folks, I'm really passionate about trying to connect the L and the G in our LGBTQ plus community. It's often hard for us girls, but if we believe we are one strong community, then we must support all the letters of our LGBT and Q plus. We open every show with a nod to Mary Tyler Moore and That Girl's Marlo Thomas. This show is dedicated to a strong LGBTQ plus community. I just encourage you to be a little bit kinder, a little bit funnier, and to embrace our tremendous diversity because it really is what makes us so damn strong. Until then, make sure you follow me on all social media outlets. I am there, all right? Follow me and I'll follow you back. That's how it all works, all right? Follow FayWhat. Until next Tuesday at 9 a.m. live or anytime on demand. I'm FayWhat! Ooh. What was that? Do it again. I'm FayWhat? That was better. And I am #ThatGirl. I wish you a week full of sunshine and rainbows. Please consider fostering or adopting a pet in need. Love you. Stay gay.
Rainbows, gay boys, #ThatGirl. Sunbeams, drag queens, L-word. Is that girl the girl of all our dreams? She's everything that every girl should be. Aqua, South Beach, #ThatGirl. Pride-filled, tea-dance, Wilton. Is that girl Latina, but she's universal too.